Hello everyone, and welcome once more to another turn of Dominions Allstars 2, Kirby 1, playing as the Baywatch. We're on turn 15. The war continues. Let's see if we were successful in our trap. We got a ferry. Sweet. Aha! Something happened. Alright, here he is. Here he is, and here's our army. Mind Blast going down on them guys. Good. Ooh, we got an affliction on him already. He's crippled. Sweet. Mind Blasted. Yes. Awesome. Ooh. Ooh. Yes. Sweet. Nailed it. I think we got quite a few casualties, though, on the knight side. So I suppose, debatably, whether or not this is quite a few, air quotes, we lost 2 knights. So we killed a tyrant. Now we know that they can be killed. I thought he had a sword on him. I guess we didn't get that then. Yes, he did, and no, we did not. So I want to see if the Onishugo managed to do much of anything in regards to like our plan for him. So he's way back there, and he's got the gear on him. It looks like the most damage he's taking is from the knights, and then also from a little bit from the Mind Blasts, and then from the Gigantes. So yeah, Mr. Shugo did not unfortunately get into combat, but he got hurt for some reason. Let's take a look at that real quick, because this would be silly. Okay. Guess he just straight up starts hurt then. Let's see who wound up doing the most damage. Knight, 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 knight. A wolf, knight. Wolves and Gigantes. 0 damage though. And the chewed-haired men, okay, so they did a bunch of damage. And that's a lot of Mind Blasts there. Once he was the only target. Gigantes, chewed-haired men, and Mind Blasts. But he basically resisted like 90% of those Mind Blasts. So anyways, good to see. We are happy by that. And there he is. Alright. Kicking back at us. Now he knows this province is valuable, so he was smart with that regard to take that one. But it does mean that he left my knights unharassed, and so that means they have a commander back with them. Come on, don't get sniped. Good thing he's got air shield. Alright, sweet. Yeah, no problems there. Fire and air gems. Extra defense, I guess that's alright. That's in some other province. And even much more defense. So that was here. We now have lots of militias. And this was here. Barbarians, that's actually nice. Okay, trap successful. Now, yes, so these guys can now go ahead and raid on, my brethren. And then hold an attack closest. Alright, interesting. Yeah, he should have gone here and wiped those guys out. He may or may not have known about that, but alright, he's already got another replacement for that. So, and here come the reinforcements from Pangender. So, Sweet. We're gonna take a break and do some Diplo with that real quick. But in the meantime, let's wrap up what's going on here. Yeah, we've got to have him on the ropes at this point. And I'm fairly certain if we move this army here, actually, we could probably, if he moves a guy out, also kill that one as well. Because there's one, and there's one. Let's see. All right. Now I don't have enough to recreate that a second time. Oh, and this is the ferry that we got. Nice. I'm going to have to build... Oh, hey, Deathmatch Arena. I'm going to have to build a lab there right now. Okay, so it's not terrible, but yeah, we're sort of pushing the limit on our mage recruitment. Yeah, let's just get a bunch of sirens for right now, and then yeah. Okay. Fire and death. Fantastic. That means he can make our he can make our skulls of fire. Oh, we should put an owl quill on this guy too. Forgot about that. Let's just keep up the owl quill production and just shoot this research through the roof. I can get Aonis now with my water gems if I get more of the much cools. And my income isn't doing half bad either. Alright, let's take a break right now. Well, actually, you know what? We're just gonna go ahead and do this. Dang. You can, though. There we go. That is an acceptable layout for me. And we'll send you three there. And we'll just search and heavy cav. And search, maybe. You know what? If we just have one sort of raiding party, let's get back to recruiting knights instead from our capital. Yeah, I like that better. And then you're going to go back here and pick them up and be another raiding force. You are going to go here and then here. I don't know. I don't know what he's going to do. There's too much uncertainty around this. Alright, let's hold off for right now on what we want to do and talk with Mr. Pangender, Iago over here, and see how we want to delineate things. I already bordered that throne, so that's good. And I already bordered this throne. And depending on if I can take both of these, I can border that throne as well. Okay, BRB. All right, Pangender has indicated that he is interested in getting involved in the war, but he really doesn't have anything that killy enough to be able to take on a tyrant. I had to go and check from my last turn file what kind of gear Mr. Baron Snaky Legs had, but it's Baron Snaky Legs. I should have remembered from the first time I saw him that he had black steel armor and sword, and so he still has that. Now, as we see, there are now 3 tyrants, so there would have been 4. Now, if I'm mathing correctly, which I believe that I am, turn 15 requires 2,400 gold in cost to simply recruit the tyrants, and then straight up 12 of those turns out of the 15 have to be cap only commander recruitment of tyrants, because he doesn't have a citadel. He only has a castle, which is 2 commander points, and as we recall, they cost 6 commander points to make in 3 turns. So that means he has recruited no mages out of his capital. And the first turn, by the way, like I mentioned previously, you don't start with 600 gold in order to be recruiting them. So that's 13 out of the 15 turns accounted for just pure tyrant production. Then this fort and upgraded to a castle and then lab in it to recruit the mages that I've seen, or mage singular, has also probably cost him another 1,400 gold. In addition to that, the Cyclopses are costing him, let's see now, 40 gold apiece. So, and I've killed 9 of them so far, and there's a couple there and a couple there. So that's probably like all of his gold accounted for, especially if he put a palisade here or here, and also the recruitment of his Lavaborn commander. Which, by the way, did I kill him here? No, so he moved. So he didn't build a palisade here. He might have intended to, but it looks like he didn't. So and based on my rating, he can't have had that much income. He just straight up can't. There were very, very few provinces. I've been in his cap circle for most of the war. So I'm fairly confident that his production has to be waning in some way, and so either he's put in another 600 gold for a now 4th tyrant, or it would have been his 5th, because this guy just popped up, or he's changing up his strategy. Oh, and also all of the Huskarls that I killed as well. Can't forget about those. So. Now, somewhere around here he must have had a starting army, but I forgot what it was. I'm feeling pretty good about where we're at. Pangender says he can probably raid around, but that's going to be it. I'm going to aim for probably landing on his capital the turn after this coming one, because I'll move my army here, and then I will have troops in the area. Let's go here and back onto there and see what happens. I suppose I can afford to lose a couple of night raiding parties now. I don't think he will get lucky enough to hit both of these at the same time, and I don't think he will move this guy here in order to intercept my raiding party. He might move this guy here to intercept mine, but I don't think he will. And he might move this guy here to see if he has any better luck, but I don't think he will. So, all things considered, things are looking up. We are making headway, and if we can isolate and assassinate each of these guys in turn, we'll be doing pretty good for ourselves. Now, I'm going to leave this province alone. He's put in PD there. Another gold dump for him, which I will eventually be able to take with a night raiding party with zero problems whatsoever. If he wants to move back here, that is perfectly a-okay with me. Excuse me. Now, I might overextend myself a little bit if he decides to move on to my cap, but the difference is that I have an army that can kill his tyrants and also siege down his fort, while his tyrant will not be able to siege down any of my forts. So it'll simply be a matter of waiting for me to kill him off and take away all of his income, and then go and finish off assassinating his tyrants. Yeah, so in the meantime, we will just carry on. Who needs moving? You do. Move there and see if he has put PD there, and if not, just take the province back. And other than that, I think I'm feeling pretty good about this. Oh, I didn't even put PD here. That's silly of me. Yep. Okay, we're good. Mercs. These might be actually okay, but I don't really have the gold for them. And these traders of the Silver Steppe are over here now, inexplicably. Looks like GC is holding his own and not completely dead immediately. We have still heard no word from the Horned Coalition whatsoever as far as diplomacy goes. We have not secured a NAP definitively with Fomorignon. But as long as these two guys are fighting, and as long as we've got this NAP here, I'm pretty confident about my southern border for the time being. Yeah, I think that's where we're at. Alright, that'll be all for this episode. Thank you for watching. Have a good one. So, yeah, we just had to, we had life events that happened that led to me having to do the turn, and then now I'm recording the video after the fact, but unfortunate as it is, here we are once more. So let's go over a summary of things that have happened. We found double magic sites, enchanted tower for air site, and wellspring of secrets for water gems. Got a new prophet from Fomorignon, and then some battles. Our army moved in inexorably towards his capital with no problems there whatsoever. One of his tyrants raided back one of my provinces, and another one. And then the knights routed province defense with no trouble. And then also we just took one of his provinces that he had put no PD in. We lost some pop, we got some nature gems, and we lost some more population. And then I had noticed that there was a battle in the arena last turn, but I predictably really did not put any effort into it. I do not usually go into the arena battles because A, I don't usually play Thug or Super Combatant Nations, and whenever I do, somebody else is playing a better one, and B, whenever an event happens for an arena, I usually am unprepared with items to gear out whoever I would send anyways. So I just ignored it, and predictably, I would have completely lost whoever I'd sent anyways, because we sent a tyrant from Militonis, and so he just crushed the one person who was like, oh yeah, hey, an arena, just to see what was going on there. But he got Gladius, Champion's Gladius, so that's going to replace his sword slot with an item that gives him, I believe, luck. So he'll be slightly more difficult to be killable. We completed Fortress, Palisade, and unfortunately, Cormark we got raided by Vineman, so that castle has not progressed. The fortress that we are now sieging over here, which I believe, yeah, is the province he had put no PD in. So he put no PD here. We took it easily, but we're not able to siege it. So, first things first, diplomacy with Pangender led him to commit to raiding this turn. He's going to take this and this from Militonis, and we've talked about going here, but we decided to just leave it for now. The reason is because Pangender is still not 100% sure that he'll be able to fight a tyrant yet. I, for my part, am not quite sure that I'm able to fight two tyrants, and two tyrants are within striking distance of his capital, so I am going to decide not to go there. Instead, we're going to go here and hope to one turn crack it. I'm going to leave one knight there in case he decides to move back here. I don't really think there's much of a good option that I have right now anyways, because either way, I suspect he's going to move one tyrant here and one tyrant here, and then his cap will still be protected by either 1 to 3 tyrants if he moves this one back here. So that'll be difficult to deal with. And then on the other hand, he will also be able to send 2 tyrants here, which he would be able to clear off before I storm it. Now, like I said, I'm not 100% sure that I'm able to deal with 2 tyrants right now at this point, so, but I do have a lot of Mind Blasters, and those guys seem to really hold their own and carry the battle for me, so I guess we'll see. But yeah, if that happens, I may well just leave one guy on here again and attack into here and try and take out one of the tyrants. But the longer I delay, assuming he's put his gold where I assume he has put his gold, he's just got another tyrant brewing in his cap right now. So one turn has passed. Next turn, if I don't do anything about it, there's going to come a tyrant at the turn afterwards. So I either need to get on his capital ASAP, or I need to kill one of these tyrants, or potentially both. But like I said, I don't think it's within the realm of plausibility. Now this guy, I decided not to go here because if he doesn't move here with his tyrant, he may well have a commander who could just move a guy here. Then I'm just going to lose this knight squad for no reason, and so we're just going to let him move over here potentially, or sit there, and we'll just move over here for right now, just a sort of delaying tactic, and then we'll see where we can go from there. Because from here we've got farmlands all around, we can hit here and here most likely, but I'm not 100% sure what will happen with that. I'm still leaving that for now. And then I am moving him here to continue site searching, and we're moving here. Funnily enough, just a token force. But we're putting the effigy of war on here, and the reason is because this will give a perceived army size of 50 units, and it will give a perceived army size of 50 units of Androliths, Herdmen, and Knights of Avalon. So it'll look like I have another army showing up here. If he moves his tyrant here and takes this province back, he will see this army here, and he will see another army of 50 some odd units of Herdman Knights and Androliths here, and I'm hoping that will cause him either panic or despair. And in the meantime, what I'm really going to do is just drop off these two guys here once I get there, and probably send him here or here to raid back those provinces then. So yeah, then I am moving my Muchkul back here to my capital, where I am recruiting another slew of Androliths because recruitment is off here. I could recruit here, but I had forgot about that. I'd only be able to get one anyways. We are just throwing money into infrastructure right now, building a fortress there, building a castle here. Once we've got a castle, we can move this guy there, and he will turn it into a citadel. We are also just not getting mages because we don't have the gold for it. As for this little indie raid, what we're going to do is we're going to double lure the Woodhenge Druid to kill him, and then simply break a siege with an indie commander, and if it succeeds, then we get the province for basically free. If it fails, then he dies, and we can try again next turn with an actual army, and it's not a big deal. Probably the Muchkul with the Androliths, because then he'll go here and here, because I want to clear off this, and I want to clear off that, and then get our underwater lands completely secured finally. Aside from that, we've decided to bust out our research now that we've got 181 research points. This is essentially to get us into Hesperides. So to get Hesperides, we need Fire 3 Astral 1, which means we will need a Royal Malky in order to, and we will need a we have the Sorrowmancer to make the Skull of Fire. So Skull of Fire is, I'm 90% sure, in Construction 6, and then Conjuration 6 gets us the research to get Hesperides, and I want Hesperides, so there you go. Now, Horn Coalition, predictably, put in a palisade there, continuing to site search with Eternia over here. That's interesting. I wonder if there's a Hydra site here. That'd be cool. Site searching from Thagartha. And that's about it. The war is actually going back and forth for these guys. Trollheim is taking back his province over here. Yeah, I don't really have a whole lot of good scouting to see much of that, so... and we're moving our assassin here to see if he's put PD there. He has no PD here, so his gold is, I keep saying this, probably running low, but we'll find out soon enough. Mercs, we're not betting on them. Oh, he's got the White Wizard. That makes sense. He wants research. That makes sense. All right. That's all for this turn. Thanks for watching, and see you guys next one. Now, to start off with, I sort of mini broke my rule a little bit, because before checking my turn, I got a message from Dartamos playing as Fomorignon mentioning that he is not doing so hot against Eternia. Where's Fomorignon? I don't remember which one is. There he is. Okay, so he's done his turn already. So Eternia is kind of wrecking his face. Well, I have a non-aggression pact with Eternia, and I am not too keen to break that, especially while I'm still wrapping up my fight against Militonis. But let's take a look at the turn. Damn's a lot of throne claimings. Okay, so we failed to lure the Woodhenge Druids. That means this guy died. Okay, so we'll take care of that next. So let's take a look at where this is and who this is. Okay, this is Doomglaive Tyrant, the unrenamed one. This is us dropping on his fort. He has not enough PD there to resist us, and we probably took 0 casualties. This is his other tyrant. Oh, unfortunately our knight died. This is his other tyrant clearing off the fort there, so we predicted that well enough. And this is him going here with who now? Up there. Yeah, so he has luck. He also got a tower shield out of this. So he is now super beefy. Affliction resistant, inspirational quickness. Oh, that's terrifying. Oh boy. Okay, well, he's probably going to be the hardest one to deal with, but he is also the furthest away from us. In fact, these two are very far out from us. This guy is not, I mean, from what he remembers, is not going to be able to stop this. But, well, damn, we didn't break that. We didn't break that fort. So that's interesting. I guess we don't really have that big of an army. Siege strength of 134. Now, what is the typical defenses? So 250. Well then. Yeah, there's a tourney up there raiding around. So unfortunate. Now we don't have visibility on this, but we suspect that he has been doing that raiding there, Pangender. Neither of those places. That's not super great. That is not super great. What I suspect is he's going to move there, and he's going to move there. And so this should be a safe move. Now, our little maneuver with the Effigy of War was semi-pointless, because he did not see it. However, we can go ahead and go here, and we're going to go ahead and attack there, because from what I recall, he did not put PD there. If he did, then oh well. But let's see what else is going on. Alright, first of all, these guys will go there and there, like so. Hold and attack closest and fire. And we're just going to go and clear that off. And we'll just make another round of luring. We can get a profit. Actually, I was thinking about this earlier. Once we win this war against Militonis, that's interesting. So he's getting mercs to hold up his castles here. Let's stick you there and have you fly home, or as close to it as you can get. and then we'll get 4 more knights for right now. As I was saying, once we win this war, we won't need Stealthy Prophet to spread our dominion around this lake because it will simply be there. So another use we can have for dominion, or for prophetizing, is we can have a free Royal Malky. So I think I'm going to do that. Ah, crap. They're so expensive. We got enough there. Let's get these guys back. And we'll search here. Alright. Alright. Let's actually we'll keep it that way. Let's actually move this group here in case he decides to raid out, and then we'll just catch him. And if he doesn't raid out, then that's fine too. Oh yeah, he's sneaky. Totally forgot about that. Yeah, you're going there, and we're going to build a citadel immediately, most likely. And excuse me. Yeah, this is cutting off our income, so that's irritating. We've got some alcohol, so let's stick one on you, and one on you, and we can actually make 2 more. Actually, no, we can't. That's all right. So now our research is almost 200. Turn 17. That's mediocre. And honestly, there's plenty of places we could be expanding instead of fighting right now. And our fighting is sort of going meh. I'm going to tell Pangender to go here. And then he can also go here if he can reach it. And then I'll take care of the tyrants once they come over toward my lands. I feel like this scout is just going to die, honestly. Well, it's alright, we'll ping it. Yeah. I also need a lab here at some point, so you stick your quill with him and go here, and then we can site search and potentially lab. Alright, nobody else to move. Let's go over the things again. Okay, so we lost defense and Baywatch. That stinks. Yellow mold. Growth, nice. Alright. We're on Conjuration 3. Can we get whites? No, we don't have enough death gems. Could you lead these guys? Not all of them. And they'd have crappy morale. I'm just thinking because I could get more units with this guy, which would be 6. Can get 6. We can get a profit now, so let's just go ahead and do this Royal Malky plan, and then we'll at least have the Royal Malky, and he can start site searching and spreading our dominion some more as well. Yeah. I hope he does move his tyrant here, because we need to kill these guys. You know what? Just to force his hand, we are going to go ahead and go here, because we're actually going to send the diseased one. We're going to leave the diseased one here, because you've got 8 turns before you are useless to us. So let's just force his hand and be on his cap, because if he's just going to send his other 2 tyrants out to harass me, I can kill any single individual tyrant here. So we're going to do this. But we also are going to need more guys to siege. It's a shame I didn't get any flyers. And it's a shame that these guys can't capture slaves too. Oh well. Alright, that's what we're doing. This is the more valuable fort anyways. Yep, we're doing it. Alright, I think that'll be all for this turn. Thank you for watching. Have a good one. See you later.